Hello, guys. So here for the Panthers. If they're not don't give up on CJ, I mean Bryce Young this early, so don't try to help them build around them. So they just lost Brian Burns, so don't give them edge rusher help and James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee. Patriots, they literally just took Drake May. Once again, they're not taking a quarterback either. So I feel like they're fine at corner for now, but that they could use some help with tackle. So I'm giving them I'll give them Will Campbell from LSU. Broncos. They just took Bo Nix. Once again, they'll need a quarterback. They could use. Sounds like they might be trading Pat Surtain. I mean, but they could also be getting rid of some of the receivers. Tim Patrick's always injured, so I'm giving the other burden. Commanders, another team doesn't need a quarterback. They could use some help at corner though. So let's give him Travis Hunter. Maybe he can play a little wide receiver once in a while too to help get some more weapons for Jane Daniels. Titans, if they're drafting this high, this whole Will Levis probably didn't work out. Let's just put it that way. They used a second round pick. It's not like they used a first round pick on him. So let's take a quarterback and Carson back because I feel like it's a little what's the whole thing going on traditionally. And then here's the Giants. Another thing. If they're drafting this high, Daniel Jones probably didn't work out. And it sounds like they were considering drafting a quarterback last year. I mean, well, this is the most recent draft, but by the time this second draft, it will be last year. So they could use it. Could use seven quarterback. So let's give them Shadur Sandus. The Raiders. I feel like it's a little early for Quinn Ewer, the third quarterback. That defensive backfield always needs some help though. That defense always sounds general for the Raiders feels like, so let's give them Benjamin Morrison. The Cardinals got to wide out. So let's give them some help they can use some more help on that defensive line. They can also use some more of a quarterback. So let's give them Will Johnson. It feels like are always having trouble at corner. And the Vikings. We just edge, yes. Hopefully, we got our quarterback feature. Got edge. That Harrison Phillips, he's a free agent, and outside of him, we don't have much of defensive tackle outside of later round picks that might develop, but you never know. So let's get a high potential guy, Mason Graham, for the defensive line. Saints, they took Spencer Rattler, but they used a fifth round pick on him, so obviously they don't have too much tied to him. So let's get it. Hopefully there's your quarterback Quinn Ewers because the Derek Carr is not that good, and he's getting older too. The Seahawks. If yours didn't have mistaken, I'd probably be taking him because I think this is Geno Smith's last year in his contract, so they could use a quarterback. But let's give him some. They're going to tackle. They're going to ride out. But so let's give them some more help on the defense and give them Harold Perkins from LSU. That he could be good. The Colts. Took a lot out. They don't need edge. Let's give him some more help at wideout and make sure Anthony Richardson had everything he needs to develop and be a good quarterback. So let's give him to Turiel McMillan from Arizona. The Bucks. They just traded Carlton Davis this offseason. Didn't really draft much. they didn't really draft many guys at corner. Just give him some help, and Denzel. Just give him some help at corner with Denzel Burke. The Steelers. Cameron Hayward, he's not getting any younger. He's a good guy. He's a good player, but he can't play forever. Let's give him some more help at edge. Give him JT Tumayawa. The Chargers. I think it's a little too early for him. They sound like they're close to getting rid of both Clemac and Joey Bosa. They kept them for another year, but there's a chance they'll get rid of them this next off season, so they could use some more help at edge. And even then, they're not getting any younger. Clemax definitely isn't. So let's give them some more help there. That dual Carter. And they Jaguars. They had Cam Robinson at left tackle. He's not that great. Let's get a hopeful replacement for him in Kelvin Blanks. The Browns, they finally have a first round pick, a first time in like forever. Seriously, it feels like it's been forever since they had one. Yeah, too early for any guards. The guards aren't getting any younger, so they could. And Batonio, he's getting up there. So, but I think it's still too early for any guards. Got They do have Zadarius Smith and Brian. I mean, Myles Garrett at edge, but Zadarius Smith, I think he's going to be 32 after this upcoming season, early 30s. So he can't. He's only getting older. Could hopefully replacement for him in Nick Scorton. The Rams. It's a little too early for my next. I feel like it's a little too early for the next quarterback. So not going to do that. I mean, because Stafford's only getting older. Let's be honest. But I know they drafted a lot of defensive line, but they lost Aaron Donald. That's a big loss. Best way to help try to make up for that loss is just draft a ton of guys that can make up for it, because you're not going to find one guy that can make up for Aaron Donald's production. So let's give him Michael Williams from Georgia. The Jets. Once again, I feel like it's a little too early. They did draft Olay Fashanu last year at tackle, but they got George Fant and Tyron Smith. Both are in their 30s. Tyron Smith's never healthy, and I think they only have 1 year left on their deal. It might not much a year, so let's give them the help at the other tackle and Emory Jones. There's 2 tackles. They didn't draft much. Bears didn't draft much at defensive line this past year. That I think of. They got guys on edge, but they drafted middle round picks at defensive line in 2023. So let's give them a little more help there. Deone Walker from Kentucky. The Falcons. I'm not drafting another quarterback. I know it's tempting. But everybody was saying before they drafted Penix, they should draft at edge last year. They didn't really do that. They took Penix. So give them some help at edge with Patrick Payton from Florida State. The Dolphins. They don't have much at tight end. They keep on signing. Yeah, it's not that great of guys. So let's give them help at tight end. Making them offensive even more scary. Let's give them Colston Loveland from Michigan. The Packers. Give me a second. Who do the Packers have at safety? I know they signed McKinney. Roster. Give me a sec. I can't. Oh, so they did draft Javon Bullard. Okay. Forgot they drafted a safety. They don't need a safety. They drafted Bullard, and they got McKinney from the Giants in free agency, so they don't need that. I know Kenny Clark's been in the league for like forever. I feel like, but I think he's only in his 30s next season. So let's give him some help replacement because who was that guy that drafted Georgia? Devontae Wyatt has not done much there, so let's give him Walter Nolan from Ole Miss. The Texans. I know we just that D'Amico Ryans they love depth on the defensive line. They find an edge. They got Daniel Hunter. I know he's on a 2-year deal, but he'll be fine. They got Will Anderson. But let's give him some extra depth on the interior defensive line with Princely Umanian. Probably butchered that last name, but let's give him them. Eagles. Who are the Eagles? Yeah, they're just not. They don't need edge. They've been drafting a ton of people at edge lately. Lane Johnson's not getting any older. I mean younger. It's only get older and older every year. So let's give them. Hopefully, got to replace them. They've used some mid-round picks at tackle, but let's give them help to replace him with Tyler Booker eventually. Eventually, replace him with Tyler Booker. Because I feel like it's might be a little early for the first tier offensive guy. The Cowboys. They drafted nobody. Well, I think they drafted pretty much nobody at running back this year. They brought back Zeke. He's not that good anymore. Even then, he's on a 1-year deal. Let's give him help on running back. And Quanshon Jokins from Ohio State. Bills. They did get some help on our receiver, but they also lost pretty much everybody at our receiver from last year and all their top guys. Let's give them some help in Namika Ibuka. You never have too many wide receivers anyways. Just look at the Chiefs. They always like to have a ton. The Bengals, I don't feel like you should be taking two running backs in the first. There should be two running backs in the first round, unless they're just that good. So I'm not taking another one here because with Mixon gone. They've been good. And then Trey Anderson's requested a trade, so he might be gone by the end of the season. So let's give him a potential replacement in Jack Sawyer from Ohio State. The Lions. I'm just going to assume going into this, they resign Goff, and he's not leaving anytime soon. So not drafting any quarterbacks. So, but they have a receiver. They do have Amon-Ra, but Jameson Williams, he's shown flashes, but he hasn't done a ton. And so let's give him a help by wide receiver and Evan Stewart from Oregon. The Ravens. Yeah, they do have some good to safety. They are good at safety right now, but Mark Williams' contract's coming up soon. He's not. So let's get pinch replacement in Malaki Starks. And the Ravens don't have a ton of needs. And I feel like they will be fine at right out for now. So let's give them that. The Niners. It's a little too. I was thinking about getting him tackle because Trent Williams, he's in his mid-30s. He's not playing. He's not going to be playing too much longer, but still a tackle. They don't really have a ton of right tackle either, but it's too early in my opinion. Tier defense, they have They do have Ron Hargrave, but they lost Buckner. They I know can lot of nothing for him after being first round pick, but he's gotten two. Let's just give him some extra help with the tier defensive line. Tyleek Williams, the Chiefs, for the final pick of this draft. They they're decent of receiver, but I'm not taking that. They do have Chris Jones. He lost. They did that. Jerry Sneed for it to trade, so he's gone. They could use potential replacement for him. So I'm gonna give him to Cario Davis from Arizona. Right. Thank you guys. Bye.